It's syncing everything. That's not gonna reach. Oh yeah, it's gonna reach. Cool. Sweet. Alright. Let's do this again. Hello, and welcome to I Shouldn't Be Watching This. I'm your host, Zach, and this is my co-host, Patrick. Yeah, this is the second episode. We made it this far, and that's good. I feel like just continuing to do shit's a good, positive thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if you tuned in last week, you should know about our sponsor. What do we got over there?
We got some acid dough.
Acid dough.
I know, you gotta love these names.
Yeah, it's rather funny on where...
I like what's that other one? Cheetah piss.
Cheetah piss.
Yeah, that was fucking hysterical.
That's gross.
That's gross.
Yeah. So, on today, we're going to be talking about a movie called The Bride of Chucky, which is the fourth movie in the franchise.
Now, in between Chucky 3 and Bride of Chucky is about a 10-year gap. But it doesn't seem like that. Because, well, I mean, they didn't really age Tiffany very well then, if anything. She just stayed the same age. Was she in the
third one? I don't remember her being in the third one.
Then where the hell did she come from then?
I don't know. Anyways.
Like they just dropped Bride of Chucky and just dropped the character Tiffany in there just out of the blue.
Should have gone back and watched the third one. I didn't do any of that. I just watched the fourth one, The Bride of Chucky. I just jumped right into it. It's been a while since I've watched the Chucky movies. But anyways, The Bride of Chucky was released in 1998. It's described as a black comedy slasher film written by Don Mancini and directed by Ronnie Yu.
Ronnie Yu.
As I said, it is the fourth installment in the Child's Play franchise. It stars Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, John Ritter, who
R.I.P.
Yeah, just found out he's been dead for like 20 years. I didn't know that. Katherine Heigl and Nick Stabile. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it was weird to see Katherine Heigl in a different movie other than Knocked Up. And I know she's in Grey's Anatomy too.
I mean, those are the only movies I can really think of her being in them anyway, so, I mean, whatever to her. Yeah,
so if you're unfamiliar with the Chucky Child's Play franchise, it's about a possessed doll. It's about a doll who is possessed by a serial killer, and he, throughout the franchise, tries to get into a new body, but that just never happens because the magic and the voodoo just never works. This time around, it's the fourth movie, so you kind of know what's going on. He's just trying to get back in his body, but during that time, he gets married and he has doll sex. Smokes weed. And these kills in this movie are just ridiculous.
The airbag one is probably one of the best ones. The airbag and the glass scene with the falling mirror.
Yeah, so the airbag one is very creative, and it actually references another franchise, Hellraiser. Speaking of that, we're talking off air about like our favorite, like top 5 horror movies of like the spooky season. Like, how do you feel about that? What are your top 5?
My top 5 would be Friday the 13th. I'm going to go with Tremors, even though it's not really a scary movie. It's more of a sci-fi movie, but it's always playing good this time of year. I would go...
Here's the boy.
Here it comes. Since you said it earlier, I would put the first Scream in there. Don't really care for the other ones. I like the first original. And another good fucked up one is Hills Have Eyes, the first one. Like
from the 70s?
The remake.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I only saw that like
brutal.
Once.
Very brutal.
I don't know. For me, I'd say Scream is up there. Just the whole franchise. Hellraiser is up there. What else? Also, The Cube, the first Cube movie, which is pretty rad. Very under talked about and underrated horror movie. Kind of a sci-fi thing. What was that, 3?
Mm-hmm.
3. And then I would say The Grudge is up there.
Can't stand those movies.
I know. I love J-horror, though. It's so creepy. What's another one? I don't know.
The original Candyman.
That movie's rad.
The original Candyman.
I love that, dude. It's a love story when it comes down to it. He's just trying to find his next love.
Yeah.
Just by hacking and slashing and getting with the bees.
Getting with the bees.
Anywho, Child's Play. So,
Bride of Chucky.
specifically The Bride of Chucky.
Specifically, the Bride of Chucky.
So, I was about like, I don't know, 8 or 9, between 8 and 10, whenever, when I first saw this movie. And this is kind of like where the idea of the podcast comes from, is like those movies you saw as a kid that you just shouldn't have been watching. But for whatever reason, a family member or you just happen to stumble upon it, it just happened, you know?
Quite often in my household.
Yeah, likewise. So I was up at our family like lake house up in Bristol, New Hampshire with my grandmother. And there was this like convenience store down the road. You know, they rented out VHSs.
I miss Blockbuster.
Yeah, dude, like
Oh God, I miss Blockbuster.
Physical media. Like, did you hear about Best Buy not doing physical media anymore? They're gonna stop selling like DVDs, Blu-rays, and like all that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, every time I've got in there, that section is just kept getting smaller.
Yeah. But yeah, this was just like a off-the-road gas station convenience store. You can get your milk, your eggs, that kind of. And they had like a little video rental section. It was very small, but they had a Bride of Chucky, and I was like, "Hey, Graham, you know, let's watch this." And for some reason, she agreed to it.
Anything for my grandson.
We're watching it, you know. She, you know, sees how ridiculous it is, but she's telling me the whole time that, you know, it's all fake. You know, it's just a movie, whatever. And then the scene with the mirror and, you know, them getting sliced up with all the glass because Jennifer Tilly's character, you know, Tiffany, decided to throw a champagne bottle at it because this couple stole $500 from the main two characters. Sliced them up. Waterbed explodes, all that kind of shit. Which leads to a sex scene between Chucky and Tiffany. And at this point, my grandmother just lost her shit. Because we're watching this, and she's a church organist, old school Italian church organist. And she is just watching this in utter horror and disgust. And I'm loving this. I'm loving this shit. And, you know, we just continue to watch the movie even though she didn't want to. But that scene in particular will forever be ingrained in my head just because of that moment.
That was an epic kill.
Yeah. Yeah, this shit came out in 1998. That's like when Chucky started becoming like a horror icon too. Like it became self-aware. Like,
well, yeah, he wasn't that, you know, that nice-looking Chucky doll anymore. He was all freaking stitched up and.
Yeah, he was dead a few times now.
Yeah.
Like he was on merchandise everywhere. Like Spencer's, you can go into a Spencer's or Hot Topic without seeing Chucky.
Dude, I was at Spirit of Halloween today, and I was trying to get Mia to dress up as Chucky. She wouldn't have it.
No?
Nah. She kept putting on the mask, but she wouldn't. She's like, no. She went the complete opposite direction, trying to be a cop. I was like, what's wrong with you?
That's so strange. Why would you want to be a cop? I don't know. Anyways, the whole Chucky Child's Play franchise is just absurd. But, like, the kills in this, as you mentioned earlier, you know, the whole airbag with the nails and all that shit.
Dude,
which
that was...
Yeah.
And then,
blowing up a car. Like he does.
When he's sitting there crawling around the bushes and he peeks up on the dude smoking the weed and he just flips him off.
Dude, that scene is so funny.
And she's like, I gotta stop smoking this shit, man.
I miss that cliche in movies where there's just one guy just smoking weed and he just sees whatever is going on in the movie. Whoa.
And nobody just...
Yeah, just because he's the
stoner.
Yeah, he's the stoner and all that shit. I don't know.
You're just high, man.
Like Jason versus Freddy. There's a couple of them. There's like the Jason Mewes looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah. When Freddy Krueger turns into like the smoking, disgusting caterpillar thingamajigger.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He starts smoking out of the hookah and fucking or whatever the hell he was smoking out of. Gets the dude absolutely blasted.
We need a good like versus movie again. They actually did The Ring versus The Grudge. Like they battled it out. I have not seen this movie, but I know of it. It's weird.
How the fuck?
It's very weird.
Dude, that's just silliness. That's just pure silliness.
I mean, dude, money, man. That's all it comes down to.
I'm sure that didn't get him that much money.
Those franchises over there are huge. Like it's a whole like it's like our end game, and you know Captain America and shit like that is Ringu and The Grudge.
That's hilarious. But I mean, you really can't do like another like versus movie. Like what are you gonna do? You gonna do fucking Scream versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I want like Gandhi.
What? This dude says Gandhi. All right, where you going with this?
Gandhi versus like I don't know.
The Pope?
Napoleon or something.
Napoleon. Oh man.
Yeah. Or even hypothetically.
Don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen.
Or open consumption on this podcast. Isn't that right, Morsel? Do you have anything to say?
Just be hoppy, all right?
He had nothing to say.
Morsel never has anything to say unless you're walking by the door.
Oh, you paper print on So yeah, I like that Don Mancini has kind of overseen the whole franchise, minus the reboot with Mark Hamill, which is a weird movie. I don't like that they took the whole voodoo magic shit out, but I get why they did it because
what they did, I don't even think I've seen it.
They replaced the whole magic and voodoo thing with AI and technology, so like it's an app that controls him. So
that's stupid.
He can control your house, your phone. Like
that's dumb.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they brought in like the OG Chucky to like just at the end of that movie just kill that motherfucker and be like, what is this shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like be a Chucky movie because it's self-aware. You know what I mean?
You know, it'd be a funny one, Chucky versus the Gremlins.
You know what I found out recently, speaking of the Gremlins, which is an awesome segue, so thank you for this transition. You know what I found out?
What?
The director of Gremlins directed that movie Small Soldiers.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just found
That's
that
another
out.
great movie, too.
Yeah, Gremlins and Small Soldiers.
So I know this podcast is supposed to be about Chucky's Bride, but just don't mind us. We'll go everywhere. So just bear with us. You get the logistics. You either want to hang out, or you can just go on your merry way.
Yeah.
But Bride of Chucky, it's a
good
horror movie, and it's funny as hell, and it's not a good movie, but
it's described
like you said, that movie is what made Chucky to be an actual icon for horror. Is that movie right there?
The fact that this is the fourth movie in this franchise too, like it's weird because I feel like this was
But see, after this one is when they take a different, like, the seed of Chucky, the cult of Chucky, like, those were just stupid.
The Cult of Chucky was good. I like the Cult of Chucky.
You and your cult movies.
I can't help it. Just how I was born.
Born to love cult movies.
Yeah. I'm in the process of forming one. A cult.
For what?
I can't tell you yet. It's not ready.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta make the pamphlets.
I gotta make the pamphlets.
I'll give you one when it's ready. I don't know. Anything else you gotta add about Bride of Chucky? Or Child's Play Chucky?
Well, like you said, I mean, it's been a while since I've watched Chucky movies, just because 1 and 2, they're classics, they were okay, but it's not something I'd want to sit down and watch.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they're good in moderation, like one and done every once in a while. Like, to watch them back to back to back is just a little much.
And then, like I said, once you pass Bride of Chucky and you go through those other ones, it's just like meh. And then I tried watching the series, and
I like the series.
I've heard people like the series.
I like it,
but I don't know. It's just Chucky's never been like I gotta watch him.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way. He's just there.
I would rather watch Michael Myers, and I can't stand Michael Myers, than watch Chucky.
I just watched the first Halloween again for the first time in a bit.
And I can't stand Michael Myers. He's a bitch.
The undying Mike Myers. Those movies kind of got really bad after a while. I mean, I've only seen the original, like, first one and, like, the remakes and, like, the newer ones that have been out the past few years. There's just too much going on in those
The
movies.
only one I like from what is it? The recent one, the one from, like, what is it?
Can we get the later?
Last year, the year before, whatever the hell it was, with that whole firefighter scene in the beginning. That was a badass scene.
You liked the last one, like the evil
Just that
Halloween Ends?
Just that scene.
I mean, that is a cool scene.
That was a badass scene.
But that movie's not good.
No, not at all. Just that scene was great.
They took a weird turn with those movies.
And the dude running around with the bat. Evil ends tonight!
This shit was so corny, dude.
Like, dude, shut up. You're gonna kill Michael Myers with a baseball bat? It's been fucking 20 some odd years and he still hasn't killed him. You're gonna kill him with a baseball bat?
Did you see they're trying to do like a TV show with Mike Myers?
See, like, stop.
They're trying to do like a TV series where it's kind of like in the line of the third movie. I forget what it is, but it's like that has to do with the whole evil mask kind of shit. I forget. I'm not that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but they just need to stop. This is the problem. They're running out of shit, so they just want to fucking.
Oh goddamn! I got a fucking leaf in the back of my throat.
How'd that taste?
Oh, that was horrible.
But yeah, they gotta leave that alone. That's not cool. It's just God. It's just some movies they just shouldn't. Like The Goonies. They're remaking The Goonies.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
100% confirmed?
I mean, I heard a few whispers about it.
You know what I found out recently? That there was two versions of that movie. There was one that was made for broadcast, and then there was one made for theatric release. The broadcast,
really?
The broadcast one had a scene where they fought a giant squid.
What the fuck?
And it's referenced later on in the movie's ending when Short Round... What are you growling at? Short Round goes, yeah, that squid was crazy or something like that. Something to talk about the squid, but like nothing ever occurred in the like. Yeah, you can look into that shit. It's kind of cool. I've seen the scene, and I think they just cut it from the theatrical because it just didn't really work. But they just left that dialogue in later on in the movie because they just kind of forgot about it. It's interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how it's done, if it's like very wholesome and just like a coming of age, like adventure story, it could be good. But I do agree, like that's just a very classic movie to a lot of people, myself included. I do enjoy that movie.
Yeah, they should just leave things alone. But instead, no, let's redo it so we can make fucking money off something that's already been done before.
That's just how it goes, dude. It's unfortunate. But I don't know, there's a lot of like indie horror out there. Like you mentioned Terrifier before.
That movie's fucked. The second one's even just as fucked.
I know you don't like this kind of shit, but like Skinamarink and Outwaters are pretty good. Outwaters was like one of the most fucking bizarre found footage movies I've ever seen. It's cool. It was like cosmic horror. A group of friends go out to the desert to film a music video, and just shit goes left real fucking hard. Like, not even in like the traditional like, oh shit, they're just being stalked in the desert by a dude. No, like some cosmic like aliens in between dimensions kind of shit happens.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there are like little creatures that are remnant of like tremor, like tongues, but they're like snakes just going around going screaming and shit.
What the fuck?
And they come out at random moments, dude. It scares the shit out of you. Like, it's a crazy fucking movie. And the end of this movie did.
I mean, how was the effects? Like, is it?
So it was filmed with one camera and one light. So they use that to its advantage. They make you see what they only want you to see. It's very hard to watch. I saw this in theaters, dude, and like, oh, it was interesting film. Like just how they filmed the shit.
I don't know.
I know you wouldn't like it.
I know.
Are you good with this?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Like, I know it's not your type of thing, but like, there's a good resurgence of indie horror going on right now. It's really cool.
My apologies, people.
You banging on that shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna punch it.
I've dropped it a bunch, so.
So what do you want to do for the next episode?
I think since we're going into like the more holiday.
You guys are more than welcome to let us know too what you guys want to watch as well.
If anybody watches this shit.
If anybody watches this shit.
My dad probably. I sent him the link, but
he'll put in Days of Confused.
We gotta get Scott. We can do it down in the basement for him. Have him be a guest on this shit.
Oh gosh, that would be hilarious.
Do it by candlelight. But yeah, I think we're gonna do something comedic, like either like I don't know, mentioned American Pie earlier, but do you want to do something Thanksgiving themed?
What would that be?
I don't know, anything. Cloverfield? I don't know.
Cloverfield? That's such a Thanksgiving movie.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. We can either do American Pie or...
And fine, when we do Christmas time, we're going to do Krampus.
I want to do Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
There's actually,
That's not a Thanksgiving movie.
That's more of a Christmas or a Halloween movie. You remember that movie, Grindhouse and Planet Terror? You remember there was like trailers in between the movies and shit?
Vaguely, yeah.
Remember the Thanksgiving one? Where it was like a slasher set around like Thanksgiving, where like there's a girl jumping on a trampoline, she bounces up and down, and then a knife pops through. Like, you don't remember any of that? Well, that's become an actual movie.
Shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with people? I don't
It's directed by
understand.
Eli Roth, the same guy who directed Hostel.
Hostile?
Yeah, sorry, my inner Pantera. But yeah, it's like a slasher movie set around like Thanksgiving. There's a guy dressed. I don't remember.
Dressed up as a pilgrim?
I think he might be. Don't quote me on that.
Dressed up as a pilgrim with a fucking pickaxe or pitchfork.
So yeah, it's either gonna be American Pie or something else, or I can change my mind last minute.
It happens, or if somebody else comes up with a good idea.
You better
Whoever's not watching this.
You better suggest some good shit. So,
I don't want to hear no freaking Barney or fucking Powerpuff Girls.
Dude, I love the Powerpuff Girls. I actually watch them quite regularly. It's good shit. It's really good shit.
Oh boy.
Alright, so you mentioned it before, but the soundtrack of Bride of Chucky, there's so much fucking Rob Zombie on it.
Yeah.
But I'm looking up the soundtrack right now, and
there's a lot more.
It's some good shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit on there.
We have The Screaming Cheetah Wheelies. I don't know who they are.
I don't know either.
With the song Boogie King. White Zombie, Thunderkiss 65. Cold Chambers on this with the song Blisters. Monster Magnet, See You in Hell. Judas Priest, which is the song that we were trying to figure out what it was with the song Bloodstained. Typo Negative. Love You to Death is on this, which I thought was really funny. Also, Slayer, Human Disease, Stabbing Westward, I'm not familiar with them. Power Man 5000 is actually on this shit.
What?
Yeah. Bruce with the song Son of X51. I've never heard that song.
No, I don't think so either.
Bruce Dickinson, who's, the lead singer of Iron Maiden, has a song called Trumpets of Jericho. Static X, Bled for Days, Motorhead, Love for Scale, Kidney Thieves.
God damn, there's a lot of fucking tracks on there.
Yeah, there's a Willie Nelson cover and Graham Revell. That's it, yeah.
Wow. Dude, that's a hell of a freaking soundtrack.
It's very 90s, especially, that's a very 1998 soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything
that has Static X on the soundtrack is just quintessential, 1994 to 1999. That is so funny. This is... Wow.
And then just Rob Zombie all over the place. That's pretty good tracks, though.
Yeah.
Really? Slayer was on there, too, huh?
Yeah, I noticed it. It was, on the radio or just playing, in the distance somewhere.
Okay. Well, I guess they did one.
What did you think of, the last jump scare of the baby being born?
Dude, that was just how the hell did a baby
get stabbed?
Become that much,
gestated?
Yeah, within a day.
I was thinking that too.
They banged the night before, and this bitch already blew out a baby after getting stabbed in the stomach.
So its budget was $25 million. It made 50.7.
It doubled up.
Yeah, it's not bad.
People got paid.
Barely.
It doubled up.
So when you're calculating movie, financials, you have to make more than double back. So even just break even because it's just advertising alone.
Look what kind of movie. Look what we're talking about here.
I know.
It's Bride of Chucky.
I know. 25 million. That's crazy. On fucking dolls and shit.
Yeah, and what?
Nothing. I'm just reading some of the quotes and dialogue from the movie, and just Chucky screaming, "I always come back," and then just dies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He does.
The movie's batshit nuts.
That's what all of them. Freaking Freddy, Chucky, Michael, Jason. Apparently Scream, because there's fucking
Ghostface, man.
5 fucking movies.
There's actually, I think, 6.
Whatever.
Well, with Ghostface, it's a different person each time, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because each one's a different movie. Yeah, there's 6. There's 6 Scream movies, and there's going to be a 7th one.
What?
Yeah.
That wasn't the last one that just came out?
No, there's going to be a 7th one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're already talking about it.
Jesus Christ.
I love those movies. They're so campy. They're great.
Have you seen the poster for the new Predator?
I wasn't aware there's going to be a new Predator.
Yeah. This one's set to be in World War II.
Oh, really?
Or World War I. It's one of those two.
That's cool. I want to see a Predator in feudal Japan.
Did you ever watch Prey?
Oh, yeah. That was good shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
So it's the same dude that's doing this one.
In 2024?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Prey was good. I like Prey a lot.
It was a really good movie.
I want them to do
compared to the last couples.
Predators was good. I like
the Predator 1 and 2 were great.
I'm talking about the movie Predators.
Well, when they're on the island
or whatever, the planet.
The planet. Yeah,
that was good.
It was alright.
Fucking Topher Grace being a little sneaky.
Yeah, being Billy Badass.
Yeah, out of nowhere, like, haha, I'm the bad guy the whole time.
Yeah.
You'll never catch me with my poisons. That's what he does in that movie. He poisons people and shit. He's a chemist or some bullshit.
Oh, he was like his PhD or something like that. I don't know what the fuck. He was some type of doctor.
Yeah, he was a vet.
He was a vet.
Yeah.
But he knew all about these crazy plants that fucking have super venom if they touch you.
Yeah. You got anything else to say about The Bride of Chucky?
It's a good movie if you want to watch it and have a little bit of a laugh at the same time.
Just get really stoned and just have a time.
Yeah, or if you don't smoke, crack open a couple beers and have a good movie.
And just put some jumper cables on your nipples and have yourself a good time. That's the episode. See you later, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.